Hello everyone, this is CJNovo992 and today we are back with another brand new video. Today's video we finally have some more delicious content for you back after a couple of days without uploading. I feel like we never speak anymore. How are you? But before we go any further into today's video, just a friendly reminder in case you are new around here and you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, it's right down there, it's free, it doesn't cost you a penny and it just helps us, the nation, on our way towards 55k. But without any further ado, I'm desperate for the content, so let's just get to it then, shall we? 3, 2, 1. Story number 1 then, we're actually going to start with the biggest story in this week's news and it's none other than Mr. Joe Aribo. How many times did I practice saying that name? A lot. The promising box-to-box playmaker has been really shining for especially the last year. I mean, his first year was his breakthrough through chart when everyone was pretty impressed, but the last year he's had a lot of people looking at him. And I mean, if you just Google his name, you see how many times there's been this scout here, this scout here. They're all looking at this guy, and if I'm honest with you, Rangers have held talks. That's what's been very heavily reported with the representation, because Joe is actually technically now, as of today, a free agent. Nah, it's not just the Rangers, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, there is a rumour to be about 5 or 6 teams that's in for him, but 2 of the biggest ones that's apparently causing the rival to the Rangers discussion is Aston Villa and Southampton. However, a former Rangers player hasn't been taking shots at the club, which is just so weird, especially these days. In fact, he's been in the press talking him up and has spoke directly to Joe and spoke about how wonderful an opportunity it is to play for the Glasgow Rangers. So shout out Marcus Gale. I mean, he only played 4 times and was only here 1 season, but that guy speaks highly of us when some of our club legends just like to stick the bit in. Shout out to Galesy. It's never been his nickname. Now, I spent the last 24 to 48 hours taking note upon note. I've been checking the sort of the fans' website to see what certain Charlton, like fan pages and everything, say about Joe Aribo. I've took a lot of notes on the actual official Charlton account. I've checked the media, I've checked social. The best thing that I can find and the most consistent thing that's always praised about Joe Aribo is his ability to drive the team forward, especially when his team needs him. I mean, he can pick up in a tight area where it's congested. He might have one man on him, but he can drop the shoulder and carry the ball forward. And another thing that really stands out when you look at Joe Aribo play is how fit the man actually is. I mean, he can go back and forth the entire day. He's very similar to Ryan Jack and Glenn Kamara. What they do for Rangers is very hard to replace. And whenever one of them drops out the team, I don't think the midfield looks as secure or the formation works as well without those two, because they're unbelievably fit players that can go back and forth the entire day. I mean, you either see them like this or you see them like that. They literally never stop running. Joe Aribo is exactly like that. I mean, he's very similar to what Greg Docherty had done down in Shrewsbury as well, so I'll give him his credit as well. And now when you look at ourselves going into next season, those 4 could be potentially fighting for those roles. Jump cut. Hello everyone, my battery ran out, so I've had to sit here for about half an hour to an hour tearing my hair out until the battery was charged enough to film today's video. So yeah, let's continue with this then, shall we? Take 2. Before we go on to speak about his competition within his places and sort of dive deeper into that, because genuinely it's quite incredible, let's look at last season and see how we performed for Charlton. Overall, we played 39 games, he got 10 goals and a cheeky 5 assists as well. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I think this transfer fits the mould and why Joe especially fits the mould. Not only is it free, because we all know we'll have a wee bit of cheeky freeness, but he also fits the mould in another way, and that's the fact that he can play in multiple positions. We've seen that with the players that Gerrard has brought in. It's not just for one singular role. They can play left, they can play right, and Joe fits that perfectly. When you look at just last season, within those 39 games we already spoke about, he spent 18 of them at centre mid, where he got 4 goals and 1 assist. He played 10 other games in a much more advanced role, very similar to what Scotty Arfield currently plays for the Glasgow Rangers, right next to the striker. He played 10 games like that, where he sits with 3 goals and 3 assists. But we are not done there. Nah. He also jumped over the right hand side and played 4 starting games at right mid, where he got 1 goal as well. That is pretty damn impressive. Yes, the stats didn't jump out you individually if you break them down, but the fact that he's so consistent with his stats and his attacking output no matter what position is actually pretty damn decent. But let's move away from just last season's focus and take a step back and look at his overall footballing career. At 22 years of age, he's played 97 games, which is actually pretty impressive compared to some of the other players we've spoke about in the past, where he sits with 16 goals and 15 assists as well. But let's turn our attention away from the stats and return to something we kind of hinted at earlier on in today's video, and that's going to be the competition for places. If we brought Joe in, who is he up against? And to be fair to Joe, yes, he can play in multiple positions along the midfield, but unfortunately for Joe, on the flip side of that is the positions they can play, we are absolutely stacked. I mean, when you just look at the centre of the park, off the bat, we've got Ryan Jack, we've got Scotty Arfield, we've got Stephen Davis, we've got Graham Dorrans, we've got Glenn Kamara, we've got Jordan Rossor, we've got Ross McCrory, and we've got Greg frickin' Dockery. That's 8 in the middle of the park alone. Then you turn your attentions to the wing positions where again he's comfortable and can play when needed, and it's even worse. I mean, you've got Jamie Murphy, you've got possibly Ryan Kent coming back as well, you've got Ojo coming into the club, that still looks like it's definitely on, you've got Glenn Middleton Hings, you've got Jordan Jones, you've got Jake Hasty, you've got Daniel Candace, you've got Greg Stewart, who is just sorting out the Bosnian rule thing. He will be at the club very, very soon. And last but not least, we've got Eros frickin' Grezda. Is it just me, or do we have far too many players? Like, it's getting frightening. What do we do with that? I never even mentioned Joe Dodo, because I reckon what position that man actually plays in. But again, he could be listed in the winged position as well. So if we're bringing in Joe, if Joe does sign for the Famous, what does that mean for some of these other players? Because surely we're going to be moving a lot of them on. And with that being said, we have now looked at the player profile and also looked at the competition for places. All that's left is to share our opinions about the man. Now you know a little bit more about him. I'm going to ask you 3 questions overall. The very first one is, do you think if we brought Joe in, he would be a success at the club? Number 2, if we did sign Joe Aribo, where would he play? And last but not least, we have the same question we ask each and every single time we do one of these videos, is would you, now you know a little bit more about the man, want Rangers to sign him? If it was up to you, in your opinion, is Joe a go or a no? I'm sorry. And while you're getting your thoughts and opinions down there in the comment section below, I will give you mine. Starting off with the very first one is, do I think Joe would be a success at Rangers? Abso-bloody-lutely. It genuinely looks quality. I think I've already answered number 2 by where I think he will play if he did sign. I'm pretty sure it'll be in the Glenn Kamara / Ryan Jack role that we currently have in the new formation. I think he suits that absolutely perfectly because it plays into the both things he's good at, driving the team forward but also working in his energy side of the things, and he's good around the box as well. I think he'd be tremendous in that role, if I'm honest. And last but not least, I think it's pretty obvious by now by the way I'm excited and the way I talk about him, is if it was up to me, would I sign Joe Aribo? Yes, 155 frickin' %. And now that me and thee have had their say, it's time to jump over to Twitter and hear from the people. There's been 1,036 votes. Thank you so much for getting involved. 14% of the people, votes for no, but 86% of the people votes for yes, Rangers should sign the man. So let's see what the people had to say. Davey says, absolutely, it's a business model we should be embracing. Buy him cheap, sell them for millions. I like it, Davey. I like it. King Jad writes in, where's the Who choice? Today's video's the Who, hopefully. Jamie Clark writes in, yes, he looks like a great prospect, and the fact that Premier League teams are looking at him tells you everything you need to know. Why did Sadiq dive? That's his username. Change that, please. That just brings back bad memories, son. He writes in, looks similar to big Glenn Kamara, completely the way he plays, the way he drops his shoulder, like the silkiness. But also what's good about Glenn Kamara is he can get stuck in, he can put his leg in and just break up play. This guy's got exactly that kind of model as well, so that's a really good shout. And the last one we'll actually read out comes from Jared Ledrum. He says, he is absolutely class. He's great box-to-box playmaker. Would love to see him sign, but there are so many other teams with a lot bigger budgets. And for him, we must be doing something right though, as we are the only clubs to have talks directly with him. Hope we can pull it off. And with that being said, you've now heard from the people, you've heard from myself. If you haven't done so already, get involved with your thoughts and opinions down there in the comment section below. That is why the channel exists. I just want to say thank you so much for all the support in the charity event. It's actually tomorrow now. If you haven't bought your tickets, the tickets are still available down in the description. But I just wanted to say thank you so much. I mean, we launched that Just Giving page just yesterday. We already have raised over £335 along with the money we've already raised for ticket sales. It's genuinely incredible, and I can't thank you guys enough for your support. I just need to clear up a couple of things though, because a lot of people's been kind of putting the pieces together about my back and stuff like that. Yes, I actually do have 2 broken ribs, got it confirmed by an x-ray, but don't worry, I am going to be playing in the game. I'm going to try and play as long as I possibly can. Hopefully the adrenaline kicks in and I'm just ready to go. But if you see me get subbed off, or if I hurt myself and get subbed off early, you might think, why Siege, you know, playing? It's just because something's clearly wrong with the old baxicle. No one calls it that either. What am I doing? But if you bought your ticket and you're now worried that I'm not going to be playing anything, don't worry at all. I will not let you guys down. Paying or not, I will play through it and hopefully get a couple of wee goalsies. And last but not least, I should shout out to the absolute legends on the Patreon account for supporting the channel week in and week out. It's genuinely incredible what they do and how much they actually help the overall channel. The link for that is down there in the description below as well. I've been CJNova92. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.